going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ed and this is Hustle and Grow. Let me fix this. And if this is your first time watching, I am a full-time reseller. Well, let's just say I resell full-time. Just have a little thing about full-timers. Anyway, I resell full-time on Amazon, Walmart, and eBay. And yeah, I did restaurant management 10 years before that. I've been reselling now full-time for the last 3. I think this may be the 3rd or 4th. It's the 3rd year. This is the 3rd year. And been having a great time doing it. So today is Tuesday, 23rd. And I had actually a pretty good weekend, man. I almost had my first $1,000 week on eBay in a long time. I haven't had a $1,000 week on eBay, man, maybe a year and a half. No, yeah, maybe a year and a half or so. But eBay didn't want to show no love. And you know what's crazy? Last night I was up to like, oh man, it was like 977, right? And I'm like, dang, I just need like 1 more, maybe 2 sales, depending on the price of the item. Dead crickets. Like eBay was just hating, man. But my payout, at least this week, even though I did 977 in sales, they didn't give me the whole thing. They kept some of it. So my payout was 858. So now so what I want to do is I want to be able to get up to at least $1,000 payouts every week, because then that's $4,000 a month, which will take me to a $12,000 90 day, which will take me over 120. I told you my goal over the course of 12 months is to bring my eBay store up to $100,000 plus in revenue again. I've been there, I've been beyond that, but I haven't been there in a while. It's been a while. And so I'm trying to get back there. And if I can get back there, that would be really good. But I'm getting there. I don't even need to get that far, actually. If I keep, let me see something. Yeah, so even if I was to stay at where I'm at right now, as far as how much I'm making per week, that would take me to a little over $10,000 90 day. Multiply that by 4, or no. Okay, no, I'm doing my math totally wrong, y'all. My bad. I need to get 10,000 per month. I'm tripping. I need to get 10,000 per month at least. Let me see, because I did this math before. Need to get a $25,000 90 day, right? 25 divided by 3. So we need to be doing a little over 8,000 a month. So I'm off on that. I'm tripping. So forgive my math for a second. Got a little overexcited, but no. Yeah. So I mean, 8,000 a month it ain't that bad. So you do what? A little over 2,000. But that's revenue. I'm looking at it the wrong way. That's revenue, total revenue, gross revenue, not the payouts, right? Because the payouts, they're gonna be taking out fees. I'm talking about overall gross revenue. So just depends on how you look at it. It is hot in here, y'all. Hot. I had to turn the fan off because it gets too loud. I got the air conditioner way over there, and it's like it's getting to me, but like not really, you know. But anyway, let's talk about some customer stuff. So I had one customer open a case on me, right? And in the case, they opened the case because they said that they did not receive the item. Now, here's the problem. Let me see if I can find this conversation, y'all. Here's the problem, right? Then one customer asked me, do I offer warranties? Like, bro, you got 484 feedback. And no, I don't offer warranties, man. You know that. But anyway. So this customer, it was messaging me when the item first was marked as delivered. They started messaging me, And they're like, well, I ain't got my item. I'm like, okay, well, let me check something. I look, it says not only is it marked as delivered, but it says handed to individual. So I'm like, look, the tracking shows that it was delivered and handed to somebody. So somebody got it. I don't know what to tell you. So they're like, no, I don't got it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do some research. So I go take the address, right? This was a pair of Panasonic clippers, okay, and that I sold for $68. All right. Now, the tracking. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. You know what? I'm looking at the wrong name, y'all. My bad. Man, I'm tripping today, man. Must be the heat. Let me see something. Hold up. All right. I got it now. So, this item was actually $40 pair of clippers, a $40 pair of Andis Professional GTX outliner. T outliner, right? Now, I shipped it. It says deliver. And actually, it says they left feedback. Must have took the feedback off. Anyway. So, the address, right? I put the address in. It's an address in Florida. The address is to a forwarder. Okay? It's to a forwarder. Now, so I basically was like, look, man, you ship to a forwarder. I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to communicate with them. Let me find these messages. Okay, so the first message they sent me was in Spanish. So I responded in English and Spanish. I usually use the Google Translator, right? They says tracking shows it was delivered to the address, or I said the tracking shows it was delivered to the address you provided and was actually handed to an individual. I have included a screenshot. If you use the freight forwarder, then you'll have to communicate with them about when they will forward and how to track that. Okay? They messaged me again because what they said was, I'll keep on waiting at least 2 more days before leaving feedback. So then in my mind I'm thinking like, it don't matter if you leave feedback, I'm gonna get it removed because it was delivered. But I'm just like, so I responded, leaving feedback has nothing to do with the issue. The item shows it was delivered to a person at the address you supplied. I provided you a screenshot of that. eBay's policy is that once the item is marked as delivered, it's not the seller's responsibility. I have been nice in trying to help. I have been nice in trying to help, but you will need to speak with the people at the address you supplied. A simple Google search shows that the address is a freight forwarder. I have attached a screenshot. You must work with them to figure this out, not me. All right? So, of course, they messaged something else. They said, I don't use any specific freight forwarder to receive my packages, but the courier I use is in charge of that. So right there is the admittance of a third party, right? And I just responded, I already searched the address. You must work with them. If there was anything I could do, I would. But I did my part as a seller to ensure you received your item. Thank you. And I left it go at that, right? So then not too long thereafter, I get the, message that a buyer has opened a request. And of course they said they didn't receive the item. So I just responded, making sure that the tracking was uploaded, messaged them the same thing, hey, double check. And so I'm not going to worry about it. I don't see that the request was closed yet or not, but I've been noticing this a lot with these items I've been selling. One, there's a lot of low feedback people, and then 2, a lot of addresses that look like it's going to freight forwarders. So if you're dealing with freight forwarders, guys, listen, number 1, if you ship to the address the buyer supplied, you didn't change it or anything like that, and it says delivered, eBay's going to make sure you're covered, right? Whatever eBay do with them on their end, that's a whole other thing. But as far as you being responsible, eBay will cover you. I've never not had them cover me. Sometimes they will cover the other person. I don't know if they'll cover if they see that the tracking was delivered to a forwarder or if they see in the message that the buyer admitted to basically using a third-party carrier, whatever they want to call it. But I don't really stress those types of things. So I'm gonna just wait and see what happened, but I ain't worried about it. I tried to do what I could. You know, that's the risk they take when they're using those third-party couriers, right? Then, you know, just another one. Like, there's a couple other items that I sold that was to people who actually sell on eBay too. The last one was a pair of clippers, right? Pair of 90. I got them listed for $95. They actually $138 clippers, okay? Had them listed for $95. The person sent me an offer for $90. I accepted. So then they message me, right? And they say, I assume out of box means new. Now, mind you, again, because it seems like the most problems I have is with people who sell on eBay. I don't get it. This person, their account, they sell on eBay, okay? They got 32K items sold. They got 571 listed, and they got 16,155 feedback. So they experience. So I assume out of box means new. Now the definition for out of box says in new condition. So I'm like, I already see where they're going with this. So I'm not about to box myself in. Now look, when I list, first of all, when you got to understand the conditions, guys, okay? And I'm gonna read some conditions to y'all because this is really important, and you can kind of screw yourself if you don't pay attention, okay? And I have screwed myself as far as feedback goes before. So open box, an item in excellent new condition with no wear. The item may be missing the original packaging or protective wrapping, or it may be in the original packaging but not sealed. The item includes original accessories, and the item may not, or it may be a factory second, okay? Used, an item that has been used previously. The item may have some signs of wear, or cosmetic wear, but is fully operational and functions as intended. This item may be a floor model, store return, so on and so forth. So one, if you ever sell an item, even if the item looks new, but it doesn't have all the accessories, can't list it as open box. If you do, you open yourself up to negative feedback. The item could be brand new, but if it's supposed to have a specific accessory and it doesn't, a savvy buyer can you know, put you on the hook for a return. So I check these clippers and stuff. If I check under the hood, I check everything. Technically, they all used because they all been touched, right? But they haven't all been used. I check under the hoods. If I see any signs of hair, of course, I clean them, sanitize them, wipe them down, and I list them as used. If they're missing any accessories, I list them as used. I didn't always do that. So I only list them as open box if they don't show no signs of use, right? You gotta look at the grips, where the hand go, all that. If it look like, you can tell when stuff been used. The easiest thing with clippers though is the fact that if it has hair, you'll see the hair. You just gotta open up the head. And most of the shavers and stuff, you just pop the heads right off. So I'm like, I responded, I'm just like, yeah, you know, what I said. I said, item didn't show any signs of use, no hair under the blades, it's liquidation. If that's going to be an issue, I can cancel the order, because I ain't about to play this game. And of course, they messaged me back and said, I thought out of box meant new. Please cancel. Come on, bro. All right. I mean, I just told you, man. I'm not listing it as new or out of box. I mean, if it didn't look new. And am I 100,000% sure it's never been used? I don't know. Maybe the person who returned it did a super duper cleaning job and got all the hair out of it. I highly doubt it, because usually you're going to find some hair under them heads if it's been used even a little bit. So when you don't see the hair, you know it hasn't been. So I of course immediately canceled it. I just ain't got time to deal with that, y'all. It just seems like lately the majority of my problems have been coming from eBay accounts that also sell on eBay, and I just don't get it sometimes, man. I just don't get it. You know, these will be the same people who will get mad when the customer, you know, grind them up about their process, and then you see their response in the comments of their feedback, And it's like, all right, I can see why that customer probably had a bad experience, the way you responded to that, you know. But other than that, everything else is fine. I am going to get this eBay store to where I want it. Just got to keep grinding. My sales are still up. So look, if you having a slow time, guys, you got to keep going, but don't keep going in the same direction that's causing your sales to be slow, because that's just going to make it worse. The eBay of old, where listing more will help you get out of it, that ain't a thing. I feel like if you usually have a really slow summer, you should probably source items that typically sell faster in the summer. I think a lot of people who I don't want to necessarily say complain, but who voice the struggle of the summer slowdown for their eBay business, I wonder how much adjusting they do to make up for that slowdown. Do they run sales on the slower items? Do they discount the slower items? Do they source items that typically sell faster during this time of year? I can see in your first year maybe you don't, or you don't know, but over time you would think, you know, if this is my slowest time in the year, unless you list more of the right stuff, listing more in and of itself is not going to be the end all be all or the solution. But if you got fairly decent sell through rate items, it may help. However, I don't know what to expect as far as eBay these days go. And then you got, you know, the competition. Are you promoting or not? I know maybe some people say they don't need to, but if you got slow sales and you know your promotions ain't really that good, or you ain't promoting at all, maybe you got to up that percentage, and maybe you just do it for the summer. Come September, you turn it back down. You know what I mean? But there are solutions to that, guys. Don't just give up and think like, oh, it's just some. I wouldn't accept slow sales. You know what I mean? I mean, Amazon and eBay Amazon and Walmart for the most part has been Amazon and Walmart. So I mean, I feel like eBay, depending on the category, feels, you know, eBay sellers feel summer slowdown the most, for sure. eBay sellers in specific categories, you know, to be more direct with that. Also, I know I put a message out as far as people being interested in some of the makeup lots and stuff I've been selling. I did not get to that last box yet. I was supposed to get to that last box after the weekend. I will. The ones who messaged me on Instagram, I will get back to y'all as soon as I get through it. I got a little bit of a box. I'll show y'all real quick if I can. Let me see. A lot going on. I got to get through that stuff. And then there's a box on the floor over there. As soon as I get to that stuff, I'll message y'all back and let you know what's available and send you some pictures. Again, it's going to be all in good condition. It'll have stickers on it for sure. I ain't taking the stickers off, but I don't send nothing that I can see that's damaged. I'm not saying nothing will ever not get damaged. I'm just saying, if I take out stuff that look damaged. I take out anything that's supposed to be sealed but it's not. And so I try to send it in as new condition as possible. And it's not like all like, you know, cheap, low dollar stuff either. Nothing like that. Just some of the stuff it moves too slow for me, and some of the stuff is like, it's not necessarily low dollar, but the price is tanked on Amazon and Walmart, and I know how long it can take for those prices to recover. And so opposed to instead of sitting on it like I used to do, I don't do that no more. I just sell it off to somebody else who may be able to sell it in whatever way they want to sell it, whether that's on eBay, Mercari, whatever. I just don't do it. So if the price is tanked on an item that sells for a good price, usually that can take, 6 months or more to kind of recover. It just depends on how many units people got, you know what I mean? But for y'all, I will send y'all pictures. Y'all might just have to give me a little bit more time. I'm trying to get caught up on my eBay listings. I had like almost 90 drafts, y'all. I had to start getting through these. I'm down to 59 right now, and so I'm gonna try to knock a bunch of them out today and at least get down about 20 something. If I can get down under 30, yeah, I'm gonna try to get down under 30 today and go from there and see what happens. Also, guys, if you have not yet become a channel member, I invite you to become a member of the channel. You got a baby hustler, that's $2.99, and you got a full-time hustler, $4.99. It's gonna be different perks. I got some things that I do want to put up for members only as far as content goes. And like my group, I've been saying this, my memberships ain't necessarily about most people's reselling groups as far as like, oh, I'm gonna teach you how to resell. I'm trying to do things that's gonna help you make money, whether that's through reselling or other means. And so that's the types of things that I'm working on. That's the types of things I'm gonna continue to work on. And we can have groups and videos and stuff like that about best reselling practices, but I'm more focused on helping you find ways to get funding, helping you find inventory, to get inventory. I'm working on what may be practical as far as offering special inventory deals to my members. I just got to work it all out, man. But if you haven't become a member, you should consider it. It'll be worth it. Besides that, y'all, it is getting hot. I got to turn this fan back on or I'm gonna pass out. So look, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, man. And I'll catch y'all in the next.